Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Heroes of the Storm A to Z. We're going to take a peek today. My name, of course, is Conman. We're going to take a peek at Tychus. We're going to go a different ranged assassin. A ranged assassin of a different breed than Tracer, which was our last one. So what is Tychus? What makes him tick? So Tychus, he's a ranged assassin. He primarily is an anti-tank hero. I'm not sure how, he was very strong for a long time. They did nerf him slightly and tweak some of his abilities. He's not the overpowered, I don't even know if overpowered what he was, but he's not the all-encompassing pick that he once was. He did a lot of things very well. He's definitely now more of a niche hero, but he definitely still has his places in, in the game, in the meta, so to speak. You're gonna want to. I love that animation. You're gonna want to take him. He's gonna do great against warriors, double tanks, against any hero that has a lot of health, especially due to his trait, which is minigun, and we'll talk about that. I'm not sure how he's going to fare in the meta once Malthael gets released in a couple of days from this recording, but for now, he's still very strong if played right, if he's played into the right team, you put him in the right team composition. So I'm actually going to go back to level 20, we'll redo this, we'll take a walk around. So first thing you'll notice, 4,200 health for an assassin, he's a ranged assassin, so that's not bad. But here's the interesting thing, he goes 4 attacks per second, so he'll tear through the block stacks if enemy has it, but only 4.5 attack range. So if you just stand there, I mean, he'll do a lot of damage very quickly, but it's very short range. And I think that's one of the things that was nerfed on him and kind of took him down a bit. So even though he is a ranged assassin, he still has to be, you can't attack, unlike Tracer, you can't attack by moving. You still have to be relatively close in order to get your abilities off and to get your auto attack damage off. So that's where some of the challenge with Tychus comes in. He can definitely be outranged and he's vulnerable to kind of crowd control and high mobility heroes that can run out of his range. That's one of the things that we're going to want to watch out for. So anyway, let's take a quick peek into his trait. We'll look at his abilities. We'll go through and we'll see where he is. So first off, his trait is minigun. Activate to have basic attacks against heroes. Deal bonus damage equal to 2.5 of their maximum health, and it lasts 3 seconds. So just think about that for a second. Now, you got 4 attacks per second. It lasts 3 seconds. That's... I'm not going to math off the top of my head, but you're going to get 2.5 per attack. 2.5 per attack. That's 4 per second for 3 seconds. I mean, what is that? Somebody do the math for me. What do you get? That's almost 30% of their health. I think that's right, if I'm mathing correctly. Anyway, let's see what it looks like. So once you trigger it, it's gonna look like that. You see his icon like on his gun. It glows red a little bit. The cooldown, the timer doesn't start when you activate it. The timer is going to start once you fire that first shot. So once you fire that first shot, so I've cooldowns off. Once I go like that, okay, you see that's the actual timer. So now the timer's run out. So once you fire the first shot is when it actually starts. So in other words, when you activate this, you want to make sure that you're going to be able to get the most value out of it. You don't want to get like just a half second unless you really need to. Ideally, you want to get the most value out of it. You want to be able to fire off the entire 3 seconds. But here's what it looks like against the target dummy. You can see all those bonus ticks for the extra health. I mean, that was 3,600 health. Now this guy's got this dummy has got a crap ton of HP. So you're not going to do quite that much damage at level 20, but it's still a significant amount, especially if the enemy hero has a lot of health. I mean, imagine if that was a cho'gall, you would have torn through his health pretty quickly. So that right there, minigun is what makes Tychus the anti-tank hero. I mean, let's go take a walk over here. Let's go play with Arthas. We're gonna unload this on the Arthas. I mean, look how fast. It was 3 seconds. Now he was taking some hits from Alphabetically. But that was 3 seconds, and we basically ate him alive. High health heroes, Tychus is the bane of them. So that's why he has a place in that anti-tank situation. That's where you're gonna want to draft him into if you're playing that mode. So that's minigun, and we'll come back to minigun because there are some abilities that can make that different, or talents, I should say. First off, we've got his Q. His Q is overkill. Deal 414 damage to the target. And splash damage, 691 damage to nearby targets over 4 seconds. You can reactivate it to select a new target and can move and use abilities while challenged. So it looks like this. If I just stand here, if there's only one target, I'm going to stand here. You can actually move while this goes on. You see it does the damage. As I circle around, I face the target that I've actually got. You see the blue indicator, which is the range. If I step out of range, it'll stop doing damage, but I'll still maintain, where I'm pointing. And if I go back into range, no damage, kind of like that. I can use abilities while channeling this. I mean, I can throw my grenade, I can dash, I can do whatever. This is actually really good. If we refresh forwards here for a second, we'll wait for the enemy minions to come out. There we go. I'm going to target this first minion. You see, I do damage to everything over there. So you can actually do some decent wave clear using overkill, something like this. This gives him some ability to do wave clear. You can tear through stuff. Something to keep in mind, this counts, unlike his basic attack damage, unlike, minigun, this is ability damage. So if you're up against a hero that has, regular armor, physical armor. Let's take Cassia. If you're up against somebody like Cassia, Cassia has armor when she's moving against basic attack damage. Overkill is gonna disregard that. It's gonna eat right through it because this is all ability damage. Any hero like that, like Arthas has got some auto attack damage, but Overkill is ability damage. So this is gonna, where's he at? He ran away. This is gonna go right through it. He's gonna be stupid because he's AI. See, that does all of the damage. Where if I were to just attack him. You see I was doing only 87 on my basic attacks because he does have that armor, whereas the overkill was doing the full damage. So that's something to keep in mind. And it actually does, if you can channel the whole thing on the same target. I mean, 1400 damage at level 20, nothing to sneeze at. I mean, that's quite a lot. You'll eat through a lot of stuff. Plus you get the AoE there effect, which is pretty nice. So that's overkill. Next we get your W, which is frag grenade. Frag grenade, you're going to lob a grenade. Deals a nice solid number of damage, 561 at 20. It's going to knock enemies away. It's going to look something like this. So, you'll see, the circle is the radius that it's it. It's not going to hit him. Like, if I aim this over here, it'll go right over its head. So, they do have to be within the radius in order for them to take the damage. If you'll see my cursor, it's kind of hard to see, but there are kind of like 4 dots, I guess, in a square that are surrounding my main cursor in the center. That's the center, so wherever you hit it, it's going to go kind of like the opposite of that. It's going to get pushed away. So if you're good with your aim, I can pull this guy forward. It's going to knock him this way. I can knock him away. So why would you use frag grenade? I mean, first off, it's just a nice chunk of damage. It's an AoE, so you can hit a number of targets very quickly, do a lot of damage to them. You can use this. Somebody's running away, you want to finish them off, you throw a grenade. If somebody's, all up in your grill, you need to knock them away, you can use a grenade to do damage and kind of push them away. You can interrupt channels with this, because it's going to move them. So there are a lot of uses for frag grenade. It's going to be actually a very vital part of his kit. Lastly, we have run and gun. 10-second cooldown. You dash a short distance, looks like this. Now, if you dash while shooting, you're gonna have to reacquire your target, but as you might imagine, you can use the dash to engage, you can use the dash to chase people down, you can use the dash to run away. There are a lot of uses for run and gun. Positioning is going to be very important with Tychus, just because of the relatively short range on his attacks. So there are some talents that'll make run and gun a little bit better. But as you might imagine, using run and gun, you can use it to dodge skill shots. There are a lot of uses for this, reasons why you would pick it. Let's take a peek at his ults. We're just going to go through here. Alright, first off, Commandeer Odin. This is the fun one. Call down an Odin. Odin deals increased damage, has 100% basic attack range, and uses your different abilities. You also get, a couple things. One, you get 25 armor, as you can see here. So, it's got a wind-up time. First off, you've got this. This is just an AoE. It kind of goes through. 7-second cooldown on this. Here is your Ragnarok missile. Launches a huge volley. Does a nice chunk of damage. AoE. It's going to slow people down. Lastly, you maintain your dash. You still get a little running gun. Interesting thing to note. Let's talk cooldowns again. I'm going to go into this. The thrusters are a different cooldown than your run and gun. So if you know you're about to get killed, we'll wait for this to go through. We'll wait for these cooldowns to go through. You actually do quite a bit of auto attack damage, as you see when you're in Odin form. But this is on a different cooldown than your run and gun, at least it used to be. So I can do something like this. I can dash, I pop it at Odin, and then I can dash again. So if you time it right, you can sort of get like a double dash effect going on with this. The things that you need to watch out for, it does, as you see, it does have a wind-up. So you're unstoppable getting into it, so you can't be stunned out of it, but it is going to take a second or so to get into Odin. So you're going to want to use this, you don't want to use this too late. If the team fight's already, in the middle, you're going to be basically stunned for that second or so. and that's some extra damage that you might be missing out on that your team might need. You can do quite a bit of damage with this, and it does make you a little bit beefier, but you're not invulnerable. If you get killed in Odin, you're dead. You don't just drop out of Odin, you will get killed.
Choose a talent.
Alternatively, we've got the Draken Laser Drill. Call down a laser drill to attack nearby enemies. It deals 324 damage every second, and you can reactivate it to a new target last 22 seconds. So I'm going to pop this down here in the middle of this thing, and it's going to start on this hero. Now you notice it just sits there, and it does damage. And it does quite a lot of damage. If he sits there and eats this whole thing, this is quite a lot of damage. I can reactivate this if I want to, have it attack the mercs. Now it can get killed, as you see. It's got some health. Let's call this down again. This is it's got a pretty solid range. So it's not as flashy as Odin, but it's a very good zoning tool. So you pop this down if you're fighting over an objective. If you've got some hero that you absolutely need to zone out, you pop this down and you target them, and it's going to zone them out. It's going to do, look at all that damage that it did over the course of that time frame. 7,000 damage. There's not a hero that's going to be able to sit there and take it. They either need to take the time and focus down the drill and kill it, or they need to bail out. And if they bail out, you can go and target somebody else. You can pop this down next to, if you get a Tracer, as long as Tracer's in this area, it'll follow her around. If you get this to lock on, stealth heroes, it'll chase them around. So they need to get out of the range. So it's very powerful in that regard that it can zone a particular hero out, or particular heroes, as the case may be. The difference is it can be killed. If somebody decides to put this down, this is, on a 1v1 fight, if you throw this down, as long as you keep them in range, you're going to win. Almost more often than not. But it's great in a team fight just to prevent somebody from being in that area. If this was Infernal Shrines, everyone's fighting over the objective, I throw the Draken Laser Drill down. Anybody who comes in here has got to deal with the drill. The drill can actually tear through those little guardian things pretty quickly as well. Let's go play with Arthas here. Where'd he go? We'll show you what he does against this. Arthas is backing off. I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to target him. You see it's taking damage, but it's definitely going to kill. Ah, he actually healed through that, so I'm a liar. But I'm going to finish him off with a grenade. So, it's not invulnerable. It can get killed if you focus it down, but it definitely zones people out, and it makes them respect the area. So, definitely use that if you don't think you need the extra, like the AoE damage that you're going to get from Odin. The laser drill is a pretty good consideration to take.
Choose a talent.
Let's take a quick peek at his talents and what he can do, what I like. A couple ways to kind of spec him out. First off, level 1, I like Press the Advantage. Run and Gun increases Tychus' basic attack range by 1.5 for 3 seconds.
Choose a talent.
So kind of like this is my default range. Okay, if I run and gun, well, now I can shoot here. Now you get the extra range. You've got the indicator. This just gives him a little bit of extra oomph if you're trying to chase somebody down. It's a fire and forget talent. You just need to know to use run and gun, and then you get that extra damage, or that extra range, I should say. So kind of fire and forget thing is pretty nice. Alternatively, potentially Dash is an interesting one. It's quest talent. Run and gun increases your movement speed by 1% for each regen globe gathered, up to 25%, and that speed lasts for 2 seconds. If you can get 25 globes, the range of run and gun is increased. So here's the range right now. Let's complete the talent. Now you get the range. That's an extra long dash. Plus you get the speed boost on top of it. I don't know why the move speed isn't showing correctly. But you can, I think that's a bug, but you can see that he's definitely walking faster like this until it wears off, and then there it goes. So that's an interesting consideration to take if you think you're going to be able to get the regen globes, if that's going to be something you're going to be, have a rotation where you're going to pick up a lot of globes. Maybe the extra range on run and gun, if you can grab it, is going to be worthwhile as opposed to Press the Advantage. And level 4, so here are the fun choices. I think these are the ones that are going to empower your minigun. There are 2 that I like, that I tend to recommend. One is In the Rhythm. While minigun is active, basic attacks against heroes permanently increase the future minigun durations by 0.3 seconds.
Choose a talent.
So, something like this. You can see ding, 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 all that goes up. Boom. Okay. Now I got bonus, an extra, 0.36 seconds on that. Alright, great. And that's just going to keep going on. Every time I use minigun and I attack heroes, it's just going to keep going and going and going. Now that was, I think, what, 3? That was 3 durations of minigun. Now already, and the bonus duration is an extra second and change. Alright, so that was just about 4 full durations and then some, and we've got an extra almost 2 seconds bonus duration. So obviously, this could be very strong. I mean, being able to unload an entire, 5 seconds worth of minigun can be huge in trying to kill somebody. That's really strong. The con of that is, are you always going to be able to get the full duration off? I mean, this thing is now going to be 5 seconds worth of duration. If I sit there, who's going to sit there for 5 seconds? You're going to, people are going to get killed. People are going to bail out. It may be tough to stack it up. You may not get full value out of that duration. So alternatively, there's a really potentially intriguing choice, which is bigger they are. So increases the minigun bonus damage to 4%, while enemy heroes are above 35% health. But after 35, it does nothing. So this is an all or nothing talent. This is, I'm going to take this. This is something that does more damage. Like, this is something that you want to use at the start of a fight. So you saw what it was doing to this dummy before. Now watch. Look at that. Look at all of the extra damage that I'm doing, because I'm doing 4%. I'm going to tear through this thing pretty quickly. I'm just going to keep hitting this for a second. I'm going to see if I can get... Actually, where's Arthas? Let's go play with Arthas. He's going to get killed before I get to him. Come back here, buddy. So I'm going to... Notice I'm not doing any minigun damage. I'm doing auto attack damage there.
Well, that was rather entertaining.
So essentially what happens is you'll do extra bonus damage when they're high health. If you haven't figured it out by now, they do all super bonus damage. You'll tear somebody down pretty quickly, and then once they get to 35% or lower, your minigun doesn't do anything. Your minigun does nothing at all. You'll just do the regular attack damage. So you're going to want to use this at the start of a fight. You're going to want to lock onto a target. You're going to want to chew their health very quickly. And then, you want to finish them off with your grenade or with your overkill or with something like this. I really like this. If you have trouble taking people down, you got a big tank. Use this. You drop this on, an Artanis. You drop this on Arthas. You'll really eat through them. Like, let's refresh again, actually. We're going to refresh one more time. We're going to wait for Arthas to come back. And we're going to unload this. It's probably going to, like, you'll see what it does. Come on, Arthas. Here, buddy. There we go.
It's killing time.
I mean, that's... Now, again, not every time your heroes aren't... The enemy heroes aren't just going to stand there and take it. But that's a lot of damage, and it's really good to use. You just got to remember, unlike if you took in the rhythm, you're not going to finish people off with minigun. You do have to remember, once they get low health, you then are going to have to toggle overkill or toggle frag grenade to finish people off. But otherwise, it's a great way to take people down really quickly. Level 7, we have if you're up against a lot of CC, this is a good choice. Relentless Soldier, being stunned or rooted, you get 25 armor for 3 seconds. So, if you get stunned for a second, not only do you get the armor right there, but you're going to have 2 seconds of being out of the stun to run around and have extra armor. So it's great for your survivability. If you're not too concerned about all the CC, I like quarterback a lot. Increase the range of frag grenade
Choose a talent.
by 50%. You can really make those long range throws to kind of pick people off and make their day a little difficult. Level 10, we talked about the ult. 13. If you're gonna go, the bigger they are. Let's go spray and pray is pretty good. Increases the range of overkill by 25%. That's pretty sweet. Neo Steel Coating is interesting. It's just your ability, kind of your spell shield. Otherwise, that's the stuff. Minigun heals you for 100% of the bonus damage dealt after it expires. That's interesting. That's some extra self-sustain. I mean, you could certainly get a lot of heal with this if you're low, but it does rely on being able to, live through the cooldown, live through the duration of your minigun. I think Spray and Pray is pretty solid. I like that. I don't think this is bad. I don't think this is bad at all, but I personally go Spray and Pray more often than not. Level 16. A couple of good choices here as well. Titan Grenade. Frag Grenade equals bonus damage to heroes equal to 5% of their maximum health. And that's really good that already you're going to do a lot of damage with your grenade. And now you do Titan Grenade. I mean, that's 1,000 damage to that target dummy. Now, you're not going to do 1,000 everybody. Again, the target dummy's got a crap ton of health. But you hit 3 or 4 heroes, that's 5% off the top for everybody there. That's quite a bit of damage. It's very potentially good. But there actually is an interesting option here, which is armor-piercing rounds. Increases overkill's damage to the primary target by 50%. Now, you're already doing 1,400 damage. Oh, I guess now you're going to do 1,500. But it's the primary target. That is 22, 23, 2,400 health. Now again, you got to make sure you keep your target within the entire duration. That is a ridiculous amount of damage for a 4-second channel. I really like that a lot. Now, only the primary target, you're not going to get that AoE extra damage off, but you start off with bigger they are, you get their health low, then you follow up with overkill because you can run while doing this, you can kind of move while overkilling. It's a great way to finish people off. Lead Rain is interesting. Overkill also slows enemy movement. If you're going to do something like that, you can slow everybody down. I think armor-piercing rounds is maybe better, but Lead Rain has got some interestingness as well. Again, depends on the composition. What do you need? Finally, level 20. I do like both the upgrades for your ults. Big red button, you'll get a nuke. It's going to look like that. It's great for sieging. It's great for area denial. It's a 7-second cooldown on the Ragnarok missile, so you get a couple of times you can cast it. It also increases the duration of your Odin, so this is going to keep you going longer. So it's pretty great just for a maximum, like, just area, blow everything up. That's why Odin is so much fun. Just it makes it really, really flashy. We'll wait a few seconds here for this to cool off. That's a lot of damage right there. There we go. Okay. Alternatively, focusing diodes on your laser increases the range of your drill by 50% and deals increasing damage dealt the longer it remains on a single target, up to 100% extra damage. So we're going to go through real fast. We'll just show that off. Alright, well here we go. We're going to pop. Look at the range on this laser. Super long range. We'll let it go on this thing. Now watch this thing slowly scale up. Look at the extra bonus. Look at all. I'm not doing any damage. This is just, you're going to sit here and you're absolutely going to tear things apart if anyone stays. That's why that upgrade is so good. Over 10,000 damage. Let's pop this down. You can target walls, you can put this on the core, you can just drop this on the core and it'll do ridiculous damage to the core. The enemies are going to have to take it down. I like that upgrade a lot. Here's an interesting choice, basic attacks. Just basic attacks deal 1% bonus damage if you really, really need that. I'm not a fan of Bob and Weave. I think the other abilities are way too strong. So, what is, obviously, Tychus is great against tanks. Anything that's going to be susceptible to auto attack damage or percent damage is going to be great. He's going to tear, cho'gall would be scared of him. Artanis, Arthas, Rexar, he can eat Misha pretty quickly, although Misha can stun him. There are a lot of heroes that are going to be very good against Tychus. Who's he going to combo with? People that can CC for him. He doesn't have any CC outside of his grenade. He doesn't have any hard CC. So you get a hero that can stun or that can root. That's going to keep your target into position for long enough to let you unload with overkill and minigun. That's going to be really good. Anybody, as much as he's countered by a Nubrek, somebody Nubrek can go in and get stuns on people. Somebody Malfurion can drop roots. Somebody's in the root. Tychus jumps up and eats them alive. Well, any CC is going to combo really well. You're gonna watch out for CC yourself. You have to be in range to do your damage. So you don't have any self-sustain unless you take that one talent. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble. So you got to watch out for roots. You got to watch out for stuns. Stuff like that is going to give you some trouble. People with high mobility who are going to be able to run outside of your range of minigun and overkill. That's going to waste your cooldowns. You're going to be kind of ineffective. So that's Tychus in a nutshell. He can do a lot of single target damage to high health heroes. He still has a place in the game. Still has a place in the meta. Let's hop in here. You've already actually stayed in try mode pretty long this time, just kind of showing everything off. Let's go and dive in. We will see how this goes. Alrighty then. I don't want to play Punisher Arena. I want to play some Quickmatch. I also am a big fan of that skin because it's hysterical. I like Infested Tychus. We're gonna dive through. Hopefully we get put up against some squishy tanks that I get to eat alive. I say squishy tanks because I'll make them squishy. All right, we've got a cho'gall on our team, and we have a Sylvanas. I don't know about that comp for Tychus. Well, it could be good. We're gonna get. Let's see here. We are on Tomb of the Spider Queen. So here's somebody we can eat through. A Nubrek we can eat through. Butcher I gotta watch out for. He can out-damage me if he gets to me. Gul'dan can outrange me. Nazebo can... I gotta watch out for that. But I'm not worried about Zarya and a Nubrek. I want to make sure I don't unload on her shields, but otherwise, once the shield cooldown is down, she'll get killed very, very quickly. We're gonna have some trouble. We're gonna have some... we do have some wave clear. Sylvanas can wave clear. I can overkill to wave clear if I need to. It's a 3-lane map, so where our trouble is going to be, they have great wave clear. Gul'dan has got good wave clear, and Nazebo's got good wave clear. Butcher can tear through minions pretty quickly, especially once he stacks up. We don't have any real CC. We are going to already be down kind of one body, because these are together, and then Abathur is going to be down another body. So it's going to be, they're going to have, they're not going to have a whole lot of targets to focus on. I'm worried about Gul'dan in this case. I don't know. This is going to be a weird, this is going to be another weird game. Hopefully I can counter Anubric. He's the one we got to watch out for. He's got all the CC. I think if we get to the later game, I think we'll do well, depending on the builds they go. cho'gall can be very, very strong once he gets the right talents in the later game. I think I'm going to go bigger they are with this group. We'll sit here and we'll do enough damage to Zarya and Anubric. I think I'm going to start with that and then just take the overkill talents. And it looks like their Gul'dan is having, you know, kind of internet trouble, which might work in our favor. I'm fine with this. Any minute now. Any minute now. Go, go, Gadget. Yeah, I don't know what build Abathur might go. I mean, I guess he could hat the cho'gall. I'm not really a great hat target, although I will be within range. I think my auto attack range puts me within range of Abathur's spikes, so that might be something that can get done as well. Oh, there we go. Into the game. Okay. Let's do it up. I'm going to start with Dash, actually.
Let me just do all the work.
I'm going to go with Dash. 3-lane map, lots of minion waves. Hopefully there'll be plenty of regen globes to pick up. So we're going to start with that. I think that cho'gall is holding the Nexus Charger. That's actually really cool. Alright, looks like Abathur is gonna go bottom to start the body soak. That's great. Our Sylvanas is gonna go top. I'm gonna hang out with cho'gall in the middle. Let's hang out with cho'gall. We'll give cho'gall some support. Maybe if one of the tanks goes mid, I can soften him up and cho'gall can get the kill. Also, I have the Tychus announcer with Tychus. I always like to pair the announcers together if it's possible. I saw somebody over there. There's Butcher, there's Zarya. Okay. There we go. There's the Abathur. Here we go. Whoop. I was hoping Abathur was gonna, or Anubric was gonna dive in. We'll just knock you out of the way a little bit. You got the shield, and there we go. Now, Butcher did get the stun on me, but cho'gall was right there to help me out. Notice how fast my health does go down. I am a bit on the squishy side, so I do need to be careful. Anybody who dives in on cho'gall, though, I'll be able to do a lot of damage to him. I can help protect him, and that is what I'm hoping to do. You see that? I toggled minigun, and she just walked out of range, so I do need to be careful about that. Fortunately, I mistimed some of my abilities there. So, Sylvanas is still doing okay up top. Abathur is doing some damage down bottom, although he's getting pushed in a little bit. I will have to rotate over there eventually. I'm going to throw that there just to piss him off. Looks like cho'gall is going to do it for me. That's fine. We're just going to hang out here. Didn't mean to use minigun that early, but not a big deal. I was going to use it on Anubric. I thought he was going to dive in. There's a grenade. I don't know what cho'gall's doing there. If I'd like, I would really want to bring a bunch of guys into this. Yeah, exactly. If I can get the enemy to trail through this minefield, that would make me a happy guy. So here we go. I got 3 regen globes already. I'm gonna cycle down here real fast just to see if I can do anything. Clear out some of this stuff. I know Abathur's body soaking down here. I don't even know if he's in range, to be completely honest. But that's fine. They do have an XP advantage, so I got to be careful about that. I just ate a bunch of spiders. That's not so good. Yeah, this is where we have to watch out. Yeah, Abathur, he's got the right idea to be here, but he can't stay too close to the wall. So he's missing out on a bunch of XP. We're gonna have to be quick on the rotations to not get out XP'd, at least in the early game here. We're gonna go bigger they are, and hopefully I can unload some minigun shots. You know, there's no real objectives to fight over. I mean, we're gonna get the gems, we're gonna fight over turn-ins, but we're not gonna be getting, like, there's not gonna be a Sky Temple kind of objective where you know, people have to be in the area. So that's gonna limit, you know, the amount I can minigun. There's a globe, thanks very much. Alright, Butcher gets killed, that's fantastic. Where are they fighting? Where is he? There's the kill. Look at that. Look how fast. That's what you gotta do. Look how fast Zarya's health went down, and then I was able to chase her with overkill. That's where the ability comes in. You get somebody to eat the minigun fire, and then you follow up with overkill, and then they just go down. And that's the way to do it. So we already got some mercs, it looks like, over there. I don't know who grabbed that, but good job. There's some turn-in we did. Gul'dan is up top. I'm just gonna run up here real fast and whoop, gotta watch out. I got a little greedy there with the dive. Actually, what I should have done, I should have probably knocked him out sooner. I believe I can interrupt that life drain with the grenade. I should have used the grenade sooner to interrupt, and then I would have been able to finish him off. cho'gall is in some trouble. We're going to come over here. I'm going to come back into the mid. The cooldowns are just about up. There's a health globe, thanks very much. We're going to grab some gems. I like it. We're going to cycle down here to the bottom. We're going to see what we can do against the Zebo. The Zebo's got lots and lots and lots of... Just run away, that's all. Just want to chase him off. Oh, that was not so great. Absorb. Some extra damage I didn't need to there. Yeah, I can't 2v1 here. That's going to be some trouble. You have to watch out. We're going to take the frag range, grenade range. Oh, that's a good block, actually. I'm in trouble now. Yeah, that was a very good zombie wall for Nazebo. He blocked off my escape, and I was a dead duck. There wasn't anything that we could do. Abathur is going to be in some trouble. He wisely bails out. cho'gall is... I don't know where he is. Okay, he's fighting up there. He's pushing middle. This is where some of the trouble is going to be around. Now, the advantage is we got two people down here, but Sylvanas is pushing top. cho'gall is pushing mid. I'm going to meet cho'gall in mid to help him out. I will trade 2 forts to 1. Although it looks like Sylvanas has got some company now. We're going to eat you pretty quickly. Yeah, that's about what I expected. After I got killed, I knew we were going to be in some trouble in terms of web weavers. Now we're up to 9 globes already, so I've had no problems with the globes. Yeah, look at that. We just finish him off. Like a new brick, as long as I don't get stunned, a new brick against me. Oh, that was nice. I didn't see what happened, but that's great that we got that kill on Butcher. Yeah, as long as I don't get stunned, a new brick, I will kill him pretty quickly. cho'gall went down. That's not so great. Now I got stunned there, which unfortunately I don't watch out for that. I'm gonna grab this globe, and we'll use some overkill here. Kind of tear through. Now we're losing bottom fort. This is the problem. Once cho'gall went down, we had no map presence, no lane presence at all. No lane presence at all. Let's kill these guys as quickly as we can. We're just gonna grab the gloves. I am gonna go. I don't even know what to choose. There's Gul'dan over here. Took some damage. I'm gonna go Odin. No, I can't dive in on that. That is a 3v1. Abathur is in some trouble. He does see that. Gul'dan kills Zarya, which is nice. We're gonna blow Odin right here. They're gonna run away. I don't think this is the map. I would have liked to take the laser drill. I don't think this is the map to take it on. We're not going to have a whole lot to zone people out of. Alright, we had 9 gems right here. I'm going to go turn in. And we're down in terms of forts and structures. We did take the middle fort. They took the bottom and the mid. We're going to turn. We're not going to get a complete turn in. We do have to watch out. They're coming to rotate on me. Oh, that's a good fear. Good fear. There's the run and gun I gotta watch out for. Okay. Like, we need some help. Here we go. Here comes Sylvanas. I can't get range in either of these guys, and that's gonna be a problem. Good mind control, good MC. We were able to bring him in here, and I was able to take advantage of that, so that was nice. Alright. We can turn in. I would love if Sylvanas would turn in. That'll give us a web weaver. Give us some web weavers here. I'm going to hang out in case somebody comes up and tries to attack her. There we go. Very good. I'm going to take the globe up to 15 globes. So that's nice. We're going to start over here, take the spray and pray. The overkill range is going to be increased. So we're probably going to take bottom fort. I'm going to go push. I would like to take top fort because that's where the boss is. And maybe that's where I'm going to go, actually. We get the extra spray and pray range. I'm going to retarget this. He's going to pull out his gargantuan. Not too worried. Missed the grenade. There he goes. We did take bottom fort. cho'gall went down. I think he probably overextended. I didn't see what happened. He probably overextended there. We're not going to get the top fort. We're going to get some towers, though. There we go. There are the towers. I need to bail out because I am super low on health. So this went pretty far. It didn't get. It took out the front wall, which was nice. So we're about even. We got 2 down, 2 down. Lots of damage on the top and the bottom. So it's pretty close so far, and the kills are about even. We have a 2-kill advantage. So it's not completely outlandish. They've got lots of gems they've already turned in, though, so we do have to be aware of the turn-in. And I'm going to kind of come over here. I don't think boss is a good idea. They're all alive. They're all alive. They are mid, but they're all alive. I'm not a fan of boss, but I guess we're going to do it. I guess we're going to do it. And they saw me come up, so they know we're here. We're gonna go, and this is... Now the boss looks like he leashed. Actually, he didn't, so I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna stand on the boss just to get him. We're gonna drop some stuff down. Who is this? This is Zarya. We're gonna kill her because once we pop out of this, yep, there we go. So that worked out better than it could have. It could have ended much more poorly. I'm gonna push with this boss. There we go, armor piercing rounds. Now this, hopefully Gul'dan took the right stuff. He looks like he did. Not Gul'dan, cho'gall took the right stuff. So cho'gall could be very, very hard to kill. Oh, I'm not so... Thank you, sir, for that. GG. cho'gall saved my butt there. Appreciate that. I do have to be careful. I'm low on a little bit of the health. I'm going to melt through you pretty quickly. I'm going to follow through. I'm going to get the kill, and I'm going to dash out of the way. There we go. Now I'm going to bail out just because I'm low on health. cho'gall is going to bail out. He's going to use his surging dash to get some health back. Are they chasing him? They're not, so I don't have to use the grenade. We're gonna turn in here with the 13, and then we're gonna hearth. That worked out a little bit better than it could have. We could have lost that boss. That was close. We almost got the keep. We did get a number of kills, which I'm a fan of. Yeah, that keep took about half health, 2/3. We're gonna hearth here. We're just gonna come back. So that worked out in our favor. cho'gall is gonna be really hard to kill now. What I would want to do, he doesn't have any hard CC, but if I could stay near cho'gall most of the time, anybody he comes to attack, I could follow up on. If anybody tries to attack me, he'll be able to get some damage on him. So I think this is where the game will kind of point into our favor. We do have to watch out for the turn-in. They only need 2 gems to turn in, and they do. Okay, that's what I was saying. We do got to worry about that. I'm gonna follow this bad boy around. There we go. Let's just see what we can do. Oh, he got stunned. That's not so good. I got lamb to the slaughter. That was a good cocoon. So what happened there? A new brick cocoon cho'gall, which was a very good play. I got lammed, and that was the end of me. There really wasn't anything that I can do. He's gonna get 2 kills. He might get killed. He might get the 3rd one. No, he does not. That was close. So we could have used some support. I didn't see if Sylvanas was, or I didn't see if Abathur had hatted him or not. That's too bad. That's gonna be bad news for us. Sylvanas, she either needs to push really, really hard, or she needs to come help out. She's gonna hearth. The monstrosity is gonna come over here and do some damage, so at least we'll get some structure damage. We're gonna be alive. They won't be able to end here. We might lose a keep though, and that's gonna be troublesome. She has 25 gems. She does want to be careful. She doesn't want to get killed. I'm about to pop here. cho'gall still got 15 seconds after I come back up to life. Yeah, the keep was lost. That is too bad. I figured that was going to happen. Abathur's in some trouble. I'm a little worried that he's going to get killed. He bails out. Okay. Now here comes cho'gall. Let's let him go. Whoops. Oh, Jesus Christ. I got slammed again. That was my fault. Definitely overextended there. Was trying to get the pick, and I stuck around too long. Totally my fault. Let's. I don't know why it keeps focusing back. Let's focus back here. Also, I noticed they didn't take Shadow. What did they take here? They took Twisting Nether. I don't know about that one. I'm not a fan of Twisting Nether. But here we go. Are we gonna get killed? We get the Nazebo kill. We get the Butcher kill. So maybe I'm a big fat liar. We're probably gonna get the Anubra kill. Let's see. You know, he's gonna get away. Are we gonna get Zarya? We do. Are we gonna get Gul'dan? There's a good chance we're gonna get Gul'dan. He's gonna life train a little bit. He can't live through that. Go back up there, guy. Go back up there. Where are you going? Why didn't you pick him off? Like, oh my gee. I don't know why he didn't pick him off. That Gul'dan is gonna get away. If he didn't hearth already, yeah. Like, what are you doing? That was a sure thing. Oh, that was a sure thing. Let's go big red button. Let's go big red button. Hopefully this guy is getting up lots of charges over here, filling it up. Is he going boss? He is going boss. I will come... Oops. I'll come help him out. That's not the right one. Alright, so now we got Web Weavers. We're going to have the boss, because I don't think they can defend it. Because they got 3 people dead. Alright, this is where this could potentially be game. They're going to be alive, though. That's the only thing. If they were dead for longer, I would have said, yeah, this is going to be game. We did get the cooldown. There we go. 17 minutes. We finally picked up our 23rd or 25th regen globe. So we got a boss, and then we got a Web Weaver that's going to be coming right behind it. No, I want to be careful. I don't want to get picked off again. I say that, and then I get picked off. Where is Sylvanas? Sylvanas is middle. cho'gall gets the kill on the butcher. Thank you, sir. He's gonna get killed. He needs to use his surging fist. Use the fist, buddy. I know you've got it. Get some health back. Alright. There he goes. There you get your health back. So we've got 2 forts down. We got 3 forts down. 3 people are down. This could be game. I think as long as cho'gall doesn't get killed, this shall be game. There's one weaver get killed though. Here comes the monstrosity. Yeah, that's game. Alright, well GG. I died too much. Butcher picked me off. I allowed myself open. That Gul'dan may get killed to end the game, as he does. GG. Very good. Yep, like I said, cho'gall got strong.
Victory.
It's Gall's MVP, I think. Abathur MVP. That works too. Yep, best healing in game. Good job. I'll give him a vote. Didn't even make the screen. GG. Alright, yeah, I think much props to the Abathur there. Let's go over the stats real fast. We will we'll take a look at the abilities and the talents and the things and the whatevers. So, hey, here's a quest. I like it. Alright, so first off, yeah, I died 4 times. More than I probably should have. I think, what, 2 of those were... Maybe 3 of those were Butcher. Butcher just deleted me. Once Butcher charged me and got me in Lamb to the Slaughter, it was game over. And, you know, that was one of those things where I ran the other way. I think what I should have done... I think I was hoping that I could stay far enough away to break his charge. But once he got me, there really wasn't anything that I can do. I don't have any self-sustain. I won't be able to kill him. I mean, Butcher's kind of a hard counter to Tychus in a situation like that. What I probably should have done is just ran closer to cho'gall, and cho'gall might have been able to, you know, dash and surge him away, or at least do some damage to him. That's probably what I should have done in hindsight, but that's fine. It worked out in the end. It worked out in the end. But yeah, you gotta watch out for Butcher in that case. You gotta have some respect for the Butcher, because he will tear you up if you're not careful. Otherwise, cho'gall did pretty well. I was curious about the Twisting Nether pick, but they definitely did well. Once you get Surging Dash, you just go nuts and you really tear people up. Not a bad call. All right, let's look at the talents. So level 1, I went Dash. I did complete this toward the end of the game at the 17-18 minute mark. I'm a fan of this. I mean, the bonus range might have been nice. I'm not sure. I used Dash more to get away than I did to engage. So in that case, this worked out. The extra bonus speed kind of worked out as well. Level 4, the bigger they are. When I did actually get to hit people with minigun, I absolutely shredded them. You start them off, you know, when they have high health, and then you finish them off with the overkill. This worked out pretty well. I'm fine with this one. I didn't get enough. I didn't get in range enough on this team to make In the Rhythm a very viable choice. So I'm happy with bigger they are. A level 7 quarterback increases the range of frag grenade. Yep, I'm totally down with this. I like the range. This one was a weird one. I went Odin. On hindsight, maybe it was good, maybe it was bad. I mean, it certainly paid, you know, it certainly had some play when we went for that first boss kill. The other time, I got killed like twice straight from the Butcher from it, so I don't know if it worked out all that much. Maybe the laser drill would have been better. If I threw the laser drill on Butcher when he was attacking me, you know, at the very least, I don't think I would have killed him, but I would have done some damage to him. But that's kind of the way it went. Level 13, Spray and Pray, increase Overkill's range, and then 16 armor-piercing rounds. Yes, please. I like Spray and Pray a lot, so yes, please. And then 20, again, this is one of those weird ones, you know, I went big red button just because I barely got to use it. I toggled Odin, and then Butcher immediately deleted me, so that was too bad. Which means, as the case was, I wouldn't have gotten any value out of any of the level 20 abilities, but that's kind of the way it goes. So that's Tychus in a nutshell. We were fortunate fortunate enough to get into that double tank situation, or at the very least double warrior situation, where Zarya and Anub'arak just get deleted, you know, when they get shredded up by me when I get in range. You do have to watch out for range. Nazebo and Gul'dan outrange me. I got to be careful about that. And Butcher, when he gets close enough, will just tear me alive. There's really not much that I can do. You know, I can kind of knock him away a little bit, but once I get lammed, that's game over. You know, it was tough. So yeah, that's all she wrote. My name's Conman. Let me know what you think. You know the drill by now if you've been watching these. Thanks very much, and I will hope to see you soon. What do we got next? We got Tyrael. All right, should be fun. All right. Anyway, take it easy. Thank you.